just getting settled in down here on the food plot where we've been feeding them. We're on a big 5.5-year-old 9-point. He's got a split G2, so it actually makes him a 10, but he's a typical 9. We finally got the weather to cooperate. He's been coming here a pretty good bit, so we're going to sit back and see if he'll come in here and see if we can't get a shot at him. He's a 5.5-year-old, really nice deer, probably one of the biggest deer on the farm, so we'll sit back and see what happens. Wish us luck.
Smoked. Smoked it.
You think I smoked it?
Smoked it.
I thought it might have been a little low. You think it was alright?
I think you dipped right into it.
That's a good deer, man.
That's the one we come in after.
I thought it might have been a little low, just a tad far back. That's a big deer, man.
It might be a little full. Might be a touch back, but I think we're good.
That's a long shot. It's set on 42 yards. That's a 5.5-year-old big boy. I want to make sure I made a good shot. Man, a big deer. We're going to give him some time. I think I might have hit him a little far back. It was a 42-yard shot. But he lunged forward. And I'm just not sure I hit him a little far back. We're just going to give him some time. And I would have liked to have been a lot tighter on that shoulder, but I just don't know. We're just going to give him some time and see what happens. But man, what a deer. Yeah, baby. Man, you talking about a sleepless night. Got in the stand yesterday afternoon. We had the perfect weather. To cap it all off, Nick was behind the camera. We've been watching this deer. It's a 5.5-year-old mainframe 9-pointer. He's always been a 10. This year he busted into a 9 with a split G2. But man, we got in here last night, got set up on him, and I mean, he had a harem of does out there, probably 15 does, and we seen them all of a sudden just scatter down the food plot, and Nick and I both looked and said something's coming, and it wasn't long. I looked over there near his pawed out spots, and he had his head all up in the limb pawing. Big 5.5-year-old, man. We had a lot of history with. Let him go as a 3.5-year-old. He was a heavy mass. We called him the heavy mass 10. Last year we stayed out of this area. We didn't hunt him. We wanted him to go another year. The only person I would have let shot him that year would been Amy, and she didn't get to hunt much. And so we just stayed out of here, didn't hunt it. And he made it to be a 5.5-year-old, and I mean, he blew into something. He got a little extra time length, still got the heavy mass, split G2. But came in there last night, man, worked his food plot. He was working his scrapes down the food plot. And I looked at Nick, I said, what do you think, man? And ranged him at 42 yards. And Nick's behind the camera and settled a pin. I settled a pin on him right behind his shoulder, and I didn't realize it till I touched the trigger that he had his leg back. And therefore, when their leg is back, you're already kind of in a liver shot. And I just didn't pick up on that. I had my mind so many things, but shot not as bad as we thought. We let him go overnight. Came in here last night. I gave him 6 hours to lay up. Got my arrow, saw that my arrow had all liver blood on it. So we knew we had a liver shot. So we let him go over. We let him go for about 6 hours. Come in here at 1 o'clock last night. Nick's baby got sick, so he had to go to the emergency room with the baby. So we felt bad about coming, but I just wanted to see what was going on blood-wise. So Amy and I come in here last night, made a few circles, found some blood. The blood wasn't that great, so we backed out. I told Amy, I said, let's don't push it, just leave him, let him lay. And we'll find him in the morning. So that's what we did. And y'all, he went down, come around, and circled right back in here and came where he bedded at. I mean, he's right in his bedroom. He went right in here, eased in here and laid down. He's not 40 yards from the food plot. I mean, he come right back where he come out at and just laid down. But man, war my pump, baby. I mean, just worked out perfect. We got video footage
42-yard shot. Not a bad shot. That's where the exit hole come out. It's a little far back on the entrance hole, and I knew that. When I punched the trigger, he lunged forward harder than any deer I've ever seen. And I mean, he wasn't nervous or anything, but he lunged forward, which put my shot a little bit further back, and the fact that his leg was back that I didn't pick up on. But I tell you what, I am happy to put my hands on this joker right here. We've been working with Hazel. She's 3 for 3 on does. This is a little bit older track, laying it overnight, so we wanted to fool with her. I think she did smell it a little bit, but we ended up just coming back to his bedroom, finding him, is what it ended up being. But hey, man, what a deer. 5.5-year-old. I mean, Georgia giant.
Close the chapter on that one.
Close the chapter on this one. It's been, hey, it just, man, it's awesome to people just don't know, man, to hunt and let a deer go and be able to let one go to 3.5 and witness them, and 4.5 and witness them, and take that chance. You're taking a chance with your neighbors, but hey, you're never going to get anywhere if you don't take that chance. And this is the proof in the pudding right here. A 5.5-year-old Georgia giant, and I am pumped, baby. Yes, yeah, baby.